da.
Oh,
Yeah, you can clap it.
yeah. Okay.
We can do it.
Okay. Hold on.
This record was like the best recording experience that like we've ever had. The last record was done like nights and weekends around a work schedule, like very tight deadlines, and long nights. And this experience, we were able to kind of like lock into Will's studio and like live there for like a couple 3-day weekends. It was the first time I ever actually enjoyed recording a record, because like personally recording is like my least favorite part of doing bands, period.
I love recording. To me it's like the best part. Like the writing and coming up with stuff and like everything that leads up to making something new. That's like the interesting, exciting thing.
I spent a lot of time revising things and trying to make sure that weren't those things that like I put through where I was like, all right, this is fine. And then like that would really, really drive me crazy after that. So I always went through everything with like a fine tooth comb, being like, all right, am I actually happy with this? Or is it going to be one of those things where every time I listen to it, I'm like, I wish I didn't do that, which has happened to me multiple times in the past. So this time I was like, no, I'm going to make sure everything is like how I want it to be.
Consciousness, the escape from which we kill!
Ooh, I like that.
Put extra oomph on the kill.
Mm-hmm. Give me one more.
Off the bat, Will always, he knew our band going into it. He knew what we were about, understood what we were doing. So, right away we were on the same page, which is nothing but, a positive thing. And, he really understood where we wanted to go with this. So, it was just very, very easy and, fun to just work through that whole process, which usually it can be, not that.
We're not used to like having help. We just do like everything ourselves in a bubble. And he would be collaborative on like the lyrics and stuff, which was wildly helpful. Because especially with lyrics, like you just get in your own head, right? It's just like you just write, and it could be terrible. I don't know. You just like you do it in a bubble and
Yeah, like that.
just put it in. Yeah.
Weapon cease to exist, our mind is truly free!
Awesome. Now with that. It had the fast tom at the end. It had the brrr toms at the end of it. That's how it sped up. No, it was like more of a roll. It wasn't. Got it.
It's kind of like a perfect amalgamation of all of the previous releases into one, where we've taken like the best elements of all of the other stuff that we've written and played and come up with, and kind of like focused it to like diamond precision almost.
One of the things I was kind of keeping in mind with this was like, how do I make it like faster and a little more upbeat and like driving without just going to like a straight like fast like punk beat. So there's some tempos on here that I think we did it. Like I think we did a good job of like keeping the energy up and like staying away from falling into that like constant mid-tempo like straightforward beat.
There's like slow bonehead parts, but there's like more faster intricate parts, and there's like double bass parts, and there's fast beat, and there's breakdowns, and there's like interesting guitar parts, and it's just like all of the elements that comprised our sound, and we kind of just like just narrowed it down to the best parts of us.
I say it in the last song. It just kind of like came up, and then when we were talking about titles, that idea fit well for me. So like it comes from like the military base, like 1,000-yard stare, where it's like, of someone that's been like affected in a bad way by something, just kind of having that blank stare. But it has that, it has that kind of theme for the record of certain things that I talk about, maybe more like socio-political in nature, but the way that I looked at the title, like Thousand Mile Stare, was more about like looking back and looking forwards. Like, how does my perspective change about where I'm at in life, where I want to be in life, and then like where I've already been. So to me, it's like kind of like playing like juxtaposition between like the classic meaning of 1,000-yard stare, 1,000-mile stare.
I think that like, you know, next year will be like 10 years that this band has been a band, which is fucking crazy. And then to think that we're coming up with a third LP now, like I never would have thought ever that this band would have been around for this long and done this much.
It's something that we just, we would just do. I don't even think about it. It's never like something extra or something that I, like hard work or anything like that. I never take it for granted. We started this band with the intent of playing a couple of shows here and there. It was purely just for fun to get together. We were all friends before we did this, and it was an excuse to just play with our other friends' bands, go to shows, and do nothing more than that. So the fact that people are into it to the extent that they took the time to listen to our music, come to our shows, and support us. It's way more than I ever expected or wanted. And, that's like the best part of the whole thing.
That's something I'm the most proud of, probably, that we can play all these different kinds of things, that we get asked to play like emo shows, but then we'll get asked to play, with All Out War. That's sick. And not a lot of bands can do that, so I'm definitely proud of that.
We just do it because we like doing it, And as long as the kids keep showing up, I'll keep doing it.
Watch it forward.